Hello, people. Hello, people. Why are we indenting? What is going... Bro. I don't know. All right. Let's put this down here. I'll just write this back down here. So this is just going to fade these numbers. You know, if we're in the mode for this thing, we go up to 1. Otherwise, we bring it down to 0, right? Right. Okay. Opacity, visibilities, sub, overhead map mode dot areas. Okay. My tea water is getting ready. Dang it. Oh, I forgot to paste that part in. Forgot to paste that part in. I should get my, oh, this'll work. This'll work. We're getting down toward the bottom of this honey. It's really good though. Okay. So okay. Well, that didn't work. Oh, because I don't, when you make the function, you have to call the function. Okay. Oops. You have to call the function. If you don't do that, the function does not, in fact, get called. Most people are not aware of this. Most people are not aware of this. But that's the thing. So again, the skill for programming that helps so much is like to be able to do that, where it's like, oh, it didn't work. And then if you know right away why it didn't work, that will help you. Okay, so here's areas, and now I'm going to switch. Frontier, and it fades out. Teleporters, movables, areas. Oh, that faded in really fast. It's fine though. We could just slow that down a little bit. What's happening here, this is sort of an artifact of the visuals. So we're going to slow this down, the fade in. But that's all right. This would, of course, look better at a higher frame rate. It's a debug build. It is what it is. Okay, so this map label at the top still could be smaller. And then we're going to draw some little arrow keys on the sides of it so that people know how to do this. But first, we're going to make the functionality work. So the whole reason I was doing this is because I want to draw this frontier. All right. And then we'll do these other ones. Okay. Yeah, floats are 32 by default. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. When we go I need to make this visibilities. I'm going to make a getter. I'm usually allergic to getters. But I just did one, okay? And the reason is because this is private and this value name is pretty generic. And if I were to make this global scope and then, I don't know, it's just a hassle. So I did a getter. So when we draw the level entries, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And then, so now I'm going to say, okay, if we're doing frontier, then we're going to say if entry is enabled, the definition of frontier is it's a level that you could go solve, but it is not solved, right? So if it's enabled and not solved, that's an issue. Well, it's not an issue, but it's what you're looking for. So we're going to do something there, else we're going to do something there, right? So here we're going to go color is lerp, color, target color, frontier color, frontier. So we're going to say flash color and dim color. And right now, it's just going to be, these. Include levels you have not discovered yet, but can get to them. So the thing is, there is fog of war on the map, so if you haven't discovered it, chances are it's covered up. Dude, I hate this fucking console. All right. Now we might want to detect that later, because if we draw something really bright, it could shine through the fog. So we may want to detect later. Oh God. Okay, so here what's going on is we're changing the overhead map mode, first of all, every time I hit the left and right arrow keys. So we have to fix that. Even though we're not in the overhead map. So that's absurd. And then we still haven't fixed, well, I don't know. Anyway, so areas, frontier, there we go. So that looks very ugly, but we're gonna draw it better. It's a little too bright, and we're gonna want to animate it and flash it and probably make it colored. Yeah, it's not eye-catching enough yet, even though it's super bright. We might actually eventually draw something around them, but the Chizo thing for now is to just draw the entity. Okay, so two things to fix, and then if we go here, it fades. Okay, so Fuck, trackpad, dude. These trackpads on these laptops are fucking dog shit these days. You can't avoid tapping them, and then Windows doesn't give you a good way to minimize tapping. And so I guess the only thing to do is fucking turn it off, right? I hate that. Just put buttons on the touchpad. It's not rocket science, guys. Can't believe it's like we have this really good hardware, and we insist on making it mediocre and clumsy and fucking stupid because people can't do their jobs. It's embarrassing. At least I have good tea. At least I got chicken. Yeah, the Razer laptop really fucks this up. So the trackpad on this one, let's show you the relative trackpads. The trackpad on this one is the modern, fairly large trackpad. See that? So it's kind of hard to type. Like your hand goes over it when typing, and you just kind of have to, you're never allowed to rest your thumb now, right? Because you'll fuck up. So that's annoying. It makes typing more of a hassle. The new Razer over here, on which Twitch chat is, look how fucking big that is. My entire hand is on it. And the modern Windows settings does not give you... So both of these trackpads have like tactile, like you press and there's an actual click, but Windows doesn't give you a way to use that to mean click. It gives you a setting for low, medium, or high sensitivity or whatever. And it's on low sensitivity and it's still pretty high. Like there's no way to avoid your hand hitting the thing being a click on either of these laptops. It's much worse on the Razer though. And it's fucking terrible. It's like whoever designed this doesn't care about your ability to actually use a computer. They're just bad at their job on both of these. But the Razer is worse in this regard for sure. This is not as bad. Okay, the worst trackpad that I ever used was a really long time ago. It was an HP laptop, and the designer thought it would be awesome if there was a glass trackpad that was exactly level with the rest of the laptop body, so you couldn't even feel it. So you had to be looking at the trackpad anytime you wanted to use it to move the mouse with, because there was no edge to feel. It's like, idiot designers. Idiot designers. Don't worry, there was a new laptop just like that. Oh, okay. That's great. Because people don't remember last time. I mean, we've got to remember idiot designers are just people too. They're not trying to do bad things. So, you know. But they are bad at their job, and it makes everybody's life worse. So that's just what it is. How is it that modern designers are messing so many things up? Because design is right now all about how things look when you first see them. That's what the discipline has converged on, is how does it look when you first see it? How cool does it look? It's not at all about how usable is it in the long term. The designers of these laptops don't even use them. That's obvious because they're unusable, right? It's all about how cool it looks. Why is it that? I don't know. Because the laptop industry isn't doing that well. You know, and ever since smartphones got big, the laptop industry hasn't been doing that well. But you would think that they would respond to that by trying to make things better that everybody wants, but they don't. Like, it's about how it looks in the advertisement. Yes, yes. You've got an architect who seems to pride himself in finding the most complex solution to every issue. Very frustrating. Yeah, I mean, that is a well understood disease. It's more common with younger programmers, and then often people will learn their way out of it, but some people never do. I would just fire the guy, honestly. Life's too short. Or, you know, you can give him a few months probationary period where you try to teach him how to do things more simply. The problem is it's an aesthetic that you have to have. Like, a good aesthetic for a programmer to have is that complexity, unnecessary complexity, is ugly and tastes bad. And if he doesn't have that, though, it's hard to teach aesthetics to people as on-the-job training. Those are things that you have to pick up like in life. And so I don't tend to think situations like that are fixable. Since M1 released, what is the point of getting anything else? Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to actually doing the work. So we're going to go here. I want to make the flash color be... we're going to make it red just to make it stand out. And then we're going to have it be 10 times flash t. What is flash t? This is going to be just an obnoxious cosine now times four per second I don't know whether to square the cosine. Let's try that. It depends. Like, I'm going to probably want more of a pattern, but let's just do that for now. So that'll be flashing. We need now. UI time. All right. 10 times slash t, loss of information. Oh no. Oh no, we lost information. Have I ever talked about function keys? I don't know what your opinion is of function keys. Oh, we still haven't fixed the walking thing. Okay, our frame rate is too low to see the frickin' flashing reasonably, which is annoying, but... So you can at least see this. So I think the problem now is I'm going to do a different function because it doesn't stay near the max brightness for very long. And so one way you could fix that is to turn up the max brightness, but then that'll look ugly. So one thing that I'm confused by the walking around thing. So that's what it would look like if the frame rate were higher. That's not a very good flash either. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We want more off time. All right. So we're going to clamp it. And we're going to go, we're going to square root it, which means we get more bright time as well. So we get more off time and we get more on time. I'm going to leave this walk bug in there so that we can see. See the thing. Yeah. All right. Bro. Fuck this console. You dug out the old VOD chat. Yeah, I don't want to derail right now to do this. That doesn't look like what I thought it would. Now I wish I had the parameters in the data file so I could just tweak them. That looks exactly like before. Am I sure we recompiled? Let's put it at 2. Two seems too slow. I don't know why 4 is that. Let's see. I never attempt to index a no value anymore. That's actually a better pace, honestly. I don't know why. I guess I do want bright to be brighter. I don't know why the dim. Oh. Okay, so we're interpolating from the normal color. Let's actually do this. We want to go toward this dark gray and then up. All right. That's going to make it a lot more noticeable. There, look at that. The bright's a little too bright, but you know, it is what it is. Let's try, instead of red, let's try violet, because that's a brighter color that probably... So I can't just pick any color, because we're... Actually, I don't know if I can. It depends on if we have better... Depends on if we're saturating the frame buffer for bloom, which I think we are, but we might not be. But like, yeah, we'll see. I feel like we are. Okay, that's going to be easy to spot, I think. There we go. That'll be better at a more consistent frame rate. This will do the job for the beta testers. That's all we're trying to do today. Why? Why is that dim color so freaking bright? What is going on? Frontier color dim. Oh, right. Because this is still, let's just do that. It's still pretty bright. Yeah, it shows incomplete stages. The thing is, this is almost a totally fresh save game, so the actual output is kind of nonsense, right? Okay, that's better. In fact, we might even turn it down more, but yeah, this is not a very helpful output right here because it's like, there's just levels everywhere. But eventually it'll be like, okay. Okay, so let me fix the walk bug and then we'll do these other modes, right? So when I'm walking around like this, we should not be doing that. And so that is just per screen camera target. Okay. So in this, update input. Oh, we'll just use this. Let's make this private. Can make a lot of these, but yeah. Okay, so now when I walk around, is he capturing input? Oh. Hey, rating people. Is there something wrong with the x64 backend right now? No. The only thing is because, so the LLVM debug output is still a little bit faster or substantially fast. It's like 30% faster than the x64 backend debug output, which I want to start doing optimizations in the x64, or really in the bytecode layer soon, so that won't really be true. But the problem is right now, so if I'm just in normal game mode walking around, the frame rate is fine in debug mode, right? It's like 30, 40 in the overworld here. The overworld is just full of like frickin' objects like this. And so when you zoom way out, the frame rate gets really low, right? In debug build. In release build, it's mostly okay now. So the thing is, 30% when you're at 4 or 5 FPS is a lot. That's why I'm using the LVM build right now. Yeah. Anyway, so you see now the colors on the things are not flipping. That's great. But if I go here, and now we are doing it. This is still even too big, so let's make this font even smaller. And move it up higher. Let's actually put this in violet as well. That way it'll match. Okay, so areas, frontier, teleporters. Let's do teleporters as well. I'm gonna factor this out. All of this actually. Oh, let's call this overhead map flash color. Okay. I didn't do it right. So all of these are going to get computed per frame. In the overhead map. I think we call this every frame, so that's fine. Somehow you remember there were 180,000 lines. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so that still works, obviously. But now that this flash is being computed elsewhere, we can do the thing. All right, so this thing that we did here, okay, well, let's make another, let's teleporter. Teleporters, probably. Okay, so hopefully there's a place. Yeah, okay. So we're going to get this. And we do all our normal color stuff. And now we're going to say, if we're doing this overhead map thing, we're going to do exactly what we did here. We're going to go color is lerp toward the dim color. And then if the teleporter is enabled, now I wonder if we should tell people about not enabled teleporters, but I don't think so for now. Is the new laptop better than the old laptop? It is better in some ways and worse in other ways. Overall, on average, it is more usable from day to day, but there are a number of things about it that are worse. Okay, so that's Frontier. It's teleporters. Hey, guess what? No teleporters are active. Except you can see they're like all purple right now. Why the fuck? Why the fuck are they purple? Fuck that up. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna unlock all of them. So how did I screw that up? I don't know, I somehow did. I didn't change Flash Frontier color. What? There's no such variable as Flash Frontier color. Why not make map a separate thing? Because I wanted this to be how the map works. It's called design. Oh, you know what? These might have... Nope. I don't see it. I don't see the problem. Okay. One of the colors has wrong G value. No, but not really, because it's supposed to be the same frickin' color, right? It's not the same color between the two modes. So the deal is, what's the deal with that? What is the deal with airplane food? Maybe we overwrite the color again after this. Why do you think 0.93 is the problem? All right. Okay, so it might be that like in whatever shader it's using, it's just different. Okay, flash. Okay, wait, this seems bad. This seems bad. Why is it only 3? What? Oh, because that's just where we're at right now. Yeah, this is getting overwritten somewhere else. I'm getting unlucky with the timing. Okay, 13. So this is obviously getting overwritten. $50,000. What? What? Okay. Let's just see where this changes. This feels like code that needs to be factored here. Now it's going to change right here. Here we go. Set default render outputs. Okay. It's really not. This is what's supposed to happen. I think the material is just fucked. I think that doesn't explain, I don't know, that doesn't explain why it's not going down. Okay. There you see, it is at least doing the thing. I don't know why the colors are so fucked on the teleporters though. Maybe that's just how they've been. So this really messes up the fade, the fact that it's so steep. Um, all right. What else? Guys, I can't fucking deal. I cannot deal. Sorry. Sorry. Goodbye. Goodbye. Who else said something? Oh, here we go. Goodbye. All right. So I kind of want to fix this, but if it's a material problem, then I would not be the right person to fix it. Here's what I don't understand, is these color factors. Okay, let's take this out for a minute. Okay. So these color factors appear to be 0 to 1. I'm going to reset the game for a second. Okay, that is the undiscovered color. And then I go on there, and that's the discovered color. That's pretty bright. Okay. And that's from 0 to 1. So is there a reason why 15 times that is not much brighter than 1 times that in this case? Is the color getting clamped at 1? Obviously not, because when I multiply it by 1,000, it's brighter. That factor is not going to do anything, but see, it's obnoxious to me that Emacs is fucking highlighting these braces that I don't care about just because my cursor happens to be after them. Like, who makes these decisions? Okay. Let me just try, let's try a humble factor like 10. Let's just gather the information on what that looks like. 10 is still a large number to multiply a color by. All right. It's like, yeah, it's like not that bright. I'm going to say it's the material. And I'm just going to delegate it because it's honestly not worth my time to deal with. I'm going to put that on the to-do to follow up via email with someone else. Anyway, so we can now continue to do our thing. Let's do the movables. Do I want to do movables? So I was going to say for movables, that could be like, no, you know what? Let's just take that out. I don't think that's actually that helpful. Yeah, the purple, so it was flashing purple on the main map just because I haven't disabled that happening. Let's do that now, though. So what we're going to do is when we get this visibility, we're going to say, we're going to multiply by there's some per screen overhead map T, right? So this is just saying what is the overhead map setting, right? But this doesn't account for if we're in the overhead map or not. So the reason it was purple when I was walking around on the main mode is because I set it to purple in the overhead map and then left the overhead map. So what we want to do is say, well, this, which means we need the manager parameter now as well. God damn it, dude. This flinging cursor bullshit on all the parentheses is going to make me stop using Emacs because I would rather do that than figure out how to turn it off. Assholes. Okay, so now we need to do this. And now we'll test that that worked, if it compiles. So we're in the map. Bing, bing, bing. So this is teleporters, and now when I go back, it's not flashing. But then when I go out, it is flashing. It's kind of funny that the one I'm standing on, I'm blocking the flashing. That's fine though. Okay. Why is my text color white now? I thought I set that. What's going on there? Oh, that's what you meant by 0.93. Yeah, like, I don't know what I was doing there. Are we still adding more levels? Yes, but we're kind of coming toward the end of that, I would say. I'm going to want to draw some backing rectangle behind this for now. Let's draw the little arrow keys first. Actually, I want to see how this flashing looks with a better frame rate. What is going on? I swear the keyboard here just feels unresponsive sometimes. We're going to make a release build. That'll take a little bit. And I just want to see. Show parent mode. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't do it here. Oh. That's so, it's, dude, Emacs is so fucked. All right, metax eval expression show paren mode 0. Hey, awesome. All right. Show paren mode 0. All right. You have done a great service to humanity. I don't know why it's taking this long to make the goddamn release build. I'm worried now. What is going on? What is actually happening? Two gigs of RAM. Okay, well that LLVM just took 120 seconds. Congratulations. People wonder why we don't want to use LLVM. Now that's weird. I think that's highly sensitive based on settings because it was taking 10 seconds the other day. All right. So that's a little better. That's what it looks like on the laptop with whatever frame rate, you know. We're only getting 20 FPS. That'll continue to go up. But it's like, okay, cool. The teleporters are harder to see, I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. This is just the initial thing, right? We probably would draw some HUD thing over the objects to help make them findable. Okay, so bitmaps. Nope. I know we have some arrow. We'll use these UI arrow left and UI arrow right, and I'm sure that I already draw these somewhere, right? UI arrow left. Yes. Oh, it's all in the editor. All right. What the hell is the ground panel? Okay, so here's where we draw this. No, here's where we draw this. I think we're going to want to so I mentioned before drawing a backing rectangle. I'm going to do that first because that means then that I have to know for sure where the text is, and that means that I'll draw the buttons in the right place. Although see, if I just draw the text and then draw the buttons on the sides, the buttons will go out and in with the text, which is not really what I want. What I want is to get the y-extents of the text. So we want to sort of know what the max width is. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll draw a backing rectangle that's like 20% of 25% of the screen width. Is that really centered? I guess it is. All right. So later we'll put a nicer UI here. Okay, so backing color is vector4 dot, so it's going to be 000.08. I don't know. Okay, so y0, we were using display width. Let's use that consistently instead of the window. Display height. Display yeah. This is always very goofy because these numbers really depend on the particular font, and there's other metrics you could ask, like what's the descender? Yeah, let's at least try. Max descender. This is probably going to be a disaster. This is always like too high, whatever. Okay, so okay, so XW is display width divided by 4. Okay. Now we're going to say we always have so many different quad draw functions. We're going to do this one and set shader. Okay, so P0 1, 2, 3, X1, X1, Y1, Y1. No, not release build. We don't need that. We don't want to wait 2 minutes. Oh, I never did X mid. X0 float. Color is used, really, this is backing color. Okay. And that didn't work at all. We're also not fading this in, but it doesn't matter. All right, so we'll check the coordinates. Like the coordinates could be wrong, the transform could be wrong. By the time you get to the point where I am in my career, you've had this problem so many times, it's just like, okay, this again, right? All right, so, wait. Oh, this is the wrong file. We renamed the file. Okay. So, like this should be really simple and, all right. X0, Y0, X1, Y1. Those look, well, what I would say is, oh, max descender is signed. Right, okay. So that's part of it. So it's too narrow. But the thing is, I don't see anything up there. Oh, wait, no, do I? No, I almost thought I saw a thing. All right. Well, that's multiple problems. Like the transform could be wrong, all right? Backing color. Oh, the backing color, yeah, the backing color is a totally effed alpha. So that's actually good. Okay. I don't know why I did this. This is not right. And we'll go opacity there because we want that to fade in along with the text. And then this is going to be a plus instead of a minus because that was a good decision when I made it, but I also need to remember that it's a good decision. I also need to remember. Hey, look. Areas, frontier, teleporters. Why is it only drawing that for areas? Oh, I don't know. That's pretty weird. Maybe we're using, oh, that opacity. Yeah, I need to look at that. It looks like it's fading out at low frame rate. Hold on, son. I don't understand. So that opacity should be 1 the entire time. So why is it going away? Backing color is 1. Coordinates are good. This is the kind of problem that I hate. I hate it. I fixed the max descender thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the opposite sign of what I thought. No, guys, it's fine. We're supposed to be drawing it in the same position, regardless of what's set here, but it only shows up here. Like what? You know what I feel like it is? I feel like it's actually that's not, I don't know. The things my brain is telling me are very confusing about this. I feel like it has to do with like the purple stuff is sort of the difference. See, okay, it's successfully fading in and out. You see when I go in and out, that's happening. But then here, it's like, what? But like if the tone mapper or 2D rendering were doing something based on the fact that we're drawing bright purples, but the purples aren't the same color every frame, so like that doesn't make sense. This opacity should be 1. Opacity 1. And it's literally the same value we're using for this color. Okay, let me just go here for a second. When it's, fuck you. So here it's appearing. See how it's kind of fading? It's maybe not fading, but I swear, like it's there for a frame and then it's not. It's like, come on, bro. What are you doing? It's there for one extra frame. Explain that. Feels like it's moving to the left. I think that's an optical illusion because of the black color in the background. Here's what we'll do. We're just going to do this, right? Remove some ambiguity about what is happening. This is a pretty weird one because this is supposed to be so simple. Okay, that's our rectangle. It is simply not appearing at these other times. I mean, that shouldn't matter at all, but I'm just commenting it out for avoidance of doubt. And then here, I'm going to always draw the first name in case it's some artifact about exactly what text is being drawn, right? So now if I change the modes, the name won't visibly change, which also means the rectangle dimensions won't visibly change, which might be bad. All right. Areas, okay. Well, there we go. We're still drawing areas, but we're not drawing this fucking thing. It's going to be something stupid, like I'm using the wrong variable somehow or something. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. Let's try to rule out weird frame buffer shenanigans. Here's what we're going to do. These get visibility functions return 0 now. So we'll never even draw the purples. Statements in block after return. I know. I put those. Could it be because of the two immediate I mean, it could be because of anything, but no, that wouldn't be an explanation. Okay, so now we're not drawing the purples. Still doesn't fucking matter. What? This has got to be so simple, guys. Let's just look at the code. Let's just look at the code. Display height. Backing color Y0, Y1. Display height minus font.character height. X0, Y0. None of these really should depend. Really nothing from here to there should depend on this at all. Again, for avoidance of doubt, we're not using this yet, so I'm going to copy comment that out. Shouldn't matter at all. In fact, we're even going to comment this out. There's no text anymore, guys. We've gotten rid of the text. Is the font metric 0? Why would the font metric change based on what text we are drawing? I mean, again, when you don't know, the bug could be fucking anything, but all right, it's there. It's not there. Like, it's disappearing when the map labels disappear. So this could be like a rendering engine bug that, you know, it could be a lot of things. Oh, well, okay, here's my theory, guys. Do you want to hear my theory? When we draw the overhead map labels, I bet you when we go look at that code, we're going to see that it sets the 2D transform. Ow, just cut my finger. It sets a 2D transform to a per pixel scale for the screen, like the viewpoint transform. And the thing is, we're not setting that otherwise. That was probably the first time in the frame that we needed to set that transform before. We're not setting it now. We should be setting it on entry to this function now, but we're not. And so as a consequence, the coordinates of the rectangle that we're drawing, even though we're issuing the same coordinates, they're being misinterpreted because the transform is wrong. That is my explanation, and I'm sticking to it. But I'm so confident in this that I'm going to put all this back. I'm going to put all this back. Okay, now, so draw overhead map labels. Rendering 2D right-handed, that's what does it. Yep. Except, right, okay. You know what, we'll leave it there. And we'll just put it here too. That was the problem. That was the problem. When you do this stuff for long enough, you just know. All right. Areas. Oh, I didn't change the color back. Frontier. Look. Look, guys. Okay, so we don't need this to be as wide as it is. Easy clap. Indeed. All right, so divided by 6, I don't know. All right, so we're going to draw these. I don't know about these UV coordinates, but okay. All right, I'm going to do this. Map left. Let me just draw. There's got to be like a draw bitmap. What are some cases where we just draw a 2D bitmap in this game? They're all over the place. Like in the side texture. Bitmap. Okay. We'll use that. Bitmap. Say B0, B1. All right, so W is Y1 minus Y0, B1 equals X0, B0 equals B1 minus W. All right, we're going to do that bitmap, and then we're going to do another one. Does this? Yeah, this is like full on does the flush and everything. So then we're going to go, this is map left, this is map right, Okay. Like that. I didn't declare my variables. I just decided that they exist. Okay. File scope. File scope. File scope. All right. File scope. Fiat variables. Yes. All right. There we go. I think we're done. I think we're done for now. I mean, obviously this isn't glossy final ship the game, but the goal was to just get this in, get this feature in so playtesters could use it. And yeah. Yeah, the teleporter times 1,000 thing is pretty messed up. Yeah, why does this go this far? This is not. So this is like the extents for the overhead map, and it really goes further than it needs to. We're going to pull that in. Check this side real fast. That side doesn't quite go far enough. Okay. How about this? Great. Okay. Well, everybody, we'll do a release build real fast, aka 2 minutes. Saw an old Commodore 64 Sokoban on a flea market the other day. Classic. 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 this sure is taking a long time. Maybe we have validation turned on or something. I don't know. Let's make this opacity times 0.8 or something. 0.85. Right, because we don't want it to be a completely black rectangle. Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody. That is going to be it for now. Oh, you know what? See, we're not fading in the arrows. Also, because they're on black background, it's hard to tell that actually they look like this. I'm just going to leave it that way for now, but we are going to fade them in. Just like that. But that's it for this stream, I think. I'm going to wake up now and do daytime things. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. This took a little bit longer. We implemented this whole overhead map mode on last stream and this stream, and it took about 2.5 hours. That's too long, but you know, it's fine. We hit some tiny buggeroonies. And you know, like sometimes when you just start dealing with a game that has this much stuff in it, there's just little complications that come up that make things take longer than you would like. But yeah, it is done now. You know, 2.5 hours means you could do 5 of those in a workday. So that's great. All right. See you guys later.